So, once again, I'm Latrice the Enlightener. I don't know what just happened to this broadcast, but it went away. And so now we're back. And hopefully all of you will come back in and share this video with your family and your friends. And I'm still talking to Antrone Brewer. And we are...
What happened? We got so many viewers because of Latrice that we broke the internet.
I don't even know what happened to that. But anyway, so we were talking about yeah, you gotta go share it because I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to reshare it. I don't know what.
Yeah, but so we're talking about Antrone's success, and I do apologize about why I don't know why the broadcast just shut down like that. But do share it with your family, your friends, and thank y'all for tuning back in. So we're talking about Antrone's success, and I know a lot of you want to talk about something else about Antrone's success. So we'll get to that in a minute, but I do want to share his story with you all, and I'm amazed because there's parts of Antrone's story that I have never even heard before, like the bicycle and the long drive, and I really do admire the man's push. Like, I mean, beyond the place that I like, we try to make sense of stuff. We try to make it make sense and then do it because the money makes sense. But a lot of times the money won't make sense with your dream. Like when you have a passion on the inside of you and you want to do something in your drive and with your drive or whatever, it won't make sense a lot of times. But you gotta be willing to go forward. You gotta be willing to push past the naysayers, past you gotta push past the money that you don't even have in your pocket. And you have to pursue your dream. And just listen to Antrone. He pushed past a lot of stuff. I mean, this joker was driving to Atlanta every day. Like, who does that? Like, I mean, I know a lot of people probably doing that, but you paying out of your pocket to drive to Atlanta to pursue your dream. And I got something out of that, man. The only people that are ever really gonna push inside of you is you. So if you don't get behind your own self and push your own dream, I couldn't have made Antrone do what he did. I couldn't have made him do it. I couldn't have beat him with a stick and can't nobody make me do that right now. Like, I mean, like the money that it is not there, and the fact that he just kept on pushing and so like now he's living his dream. So tell us about the wrestling dream right now. What's going on with that? And where are you?
I've been doing it for like maybe I think 6 years now, and I bring something different to Thompson. My first year of wrestling, I had the Fall Brawl show. We had it out at Thompson Middle School, and I don't even think we had 100 people at that show because it was something new. Mm-hmm. And I try to bring something different for the people here in Thompson to see and for the kids to do on a Friday or Saturday night, whatever night I have it. And that was Fall Brawl 1, and that was like 6 years ago. And we've grown, and I've been doing it for 6 years now, and the attendance has reached all the way up to like 900,000 people inside the gym right here down here at Sweetwater. So we outgrew the middle school that we had to move out there, and I also had it at National Guard Armory. But it's just something different for kids to see here in the community, and in case they got a dream or want to become a professional wrestler. I mean, I got laughed at and thought that it couldn't happen, but I just try to bring something different so kids can have something positive to do here around Thompson instead of walking around in the streets and doing nothing.
Yeah, you know, like when you say that bringing something different for the kids to have to do, I think about how like a lot of times we are never able to touch something like with our kids. Like, you know, we look at TV, we look at shows, we see people in other places doing stuff, and even for me as an adult, like dreams or stuff that's on the inside of me, it feels good to be able to touch somebody that you know that is doing something that you want to do. I'll never forget, I was at the in Augusta, I don't know what the name of that thing, it's like a little fall festival they have there like every year. Mm-hmm. And I went out there, and it was a man, he was doing poetry, and it was like I saw him doing poetry over there. It was like, you know, the spoken word type stuff.
Right.
And it was something on the inside of me that said, you know what, you can do that. Like, you can do that. And so I came home and I started writing, and it was like he ignited a fire that was already on the inside of me. Mm-hmm. And so, like, if we limit our kids and we limit even adults, and we limit ourselves just to the stuff that we see, will we ever pursue what's on the inside of us?
Yeah, you're right.
Because a lot of people got to see it and they got to touch it. But like, I appreciate you for bringing it, because I mean, you never know who wants to pursue that. Mm-hmm. What you're doing, and even from the firefighter to the news anchor to where you are right now, you never know who kid wants to touch that life and say, you know what, there was a dude in my city doing the same thing. And now after hearing how much you put in before you got out, like, you got a deposit.
Yeah, that's and just like you said, I mean, it's even people around here in Thompson that wants to be a rapper and stuff. You know, they know that you got to pay money to be for studio
Right,
time. You got
right.
to drive to Atlanta and try to get inside of a studio. And I don't knock anybody because it's a dream, and all it takes is only one person to hear that record or only one person to see you, and you're gonna blow up. I mean,
Right.
and that's what I hate about some people, because they're looking down. It's like, oh, he's just rapping. What is he rapping about? You know, I mean, don't crush anyone's dream
Right.
that has a dream to go out there and make something of themselves, whether it's rapping, dancing, or whatever they're doing, or swimming, or whatever they're doing. Is their dream, and I think people should support it, because you never know what could happen.
And I think too, like, even when people do the whole thing of, well, he's just doing that because somebody else did it. So how many gifts and talents are there on the inside of one person? It's a lot of them.
Yeah, you're
so
right.
if I decided tomorrow that I wanted to be a wrestler because I taught the Antrone, who said that I cannot?
Yeah.
Like, naysayers and people will go against you before they decide to get with you in your dream. Like, who are we to say that you can't because somebody else did, or you just want to be that? So my encouragement to anybody, like, we're going to take a break right here. My encouragement to you, or like, I don't care if you want to start your own live show every night, even Mondays at 8 o'clock. If you want to start a live show Monday at 8 o'clock, then do it. If you want to be a wrestler, a firefighter, I don't care what it is. Like, it needs to be more than just one. Clearly, it has to be more than just one. Like, it's a lot of us out here. Some of us carry the same gifts and talents, but we are so afraid to pursue who we are because people are going to say, you trying to be like so-and-so and such and such. If God put something on the inside of you to pursue, and it's just like what I'm doing, it's just like what Antrone doing, man, go after your own dream. Don't let us stop you.
Yeah,
like, you got to be willing to be who you are, in spite of.
Like you said, with the pushback, even when I first brought wrestling to Thompson, there was so many people against it. And I mean, so many people, because it's like, no, what are you going to bring that here for? That's not nothing that's going to get over in Thompson. No one's going to come to that. But now, those same people want to be sponsors for the show. Those same people want to come set up tables at the show and sell their product or pass out cards at the show. And I welcome them to come, because you're helping my dream in the process. But even like you were saying, you got people that's going to retaliate and be like, nah, don't do it. You can't do that. That's crazy. You won't have 50 people there. But, you just have to prove those people wrong.
Right. And I always look at stuff like, even if it's just one person that you help, one person that you motivate, encourage, and inspire, it's worth it, because everybody counts, man. Yep. Everybody counts.
Everybody counts.
Yeah, everybody counts. And I just applaud you for doing you.
Thank
for
you.
For pushing past, because I mean, I just can't, because I'm going to be absolutely honest.
Yeah.
When I seen you with the wrestling outfit on Antrone the first time, I said, what is Antrone doing? What is Antrone doing? But like,
you're not the only one.
And I think it, like, but you know what it pays to do? To have a conversation with somebody.
Yeah, that's right.
To find out what their dream is.
And have an open mind.
Right.
And people come out there and they will bring their kids, and by the end of the night, the adults are going more crazy than the kids are going.
Wow.
Because you don't know what to expect once you get out there. And like you said, people see me hanging up posters around town. I go and hang up posters and they're like, what is this boy doing? Why has he got this suit on? What's going on? But I mean, have an open mind. I make the tickets affordable, only $5.
Oh, that's
and I can care
cool.
less about money, because I get fussed at all the time. You're giving away more tickets than you're making money. It's because if a kid or a family can't afford to go to the show, here, come down. Find me when you get there. I've done that so many times. And maybe that's how I pack the gym out, because I give away so many tickets to the school, because there's a kid sitting at home. Because my mom wouldn't take me to wrestling. All the way growing up, she wouldn't even take me to Augusta to see wrestling. I had to wait till I was grown and out of school before I first saw my first live wrestling event.
Wow.
And I don't want that to be for other kids to experience that, so that's why I make tickets affordable. I mean, if you buy them ahead of time, you get $2 off, $3 a ticket. But I give away more tickets.
It's basically free.
Yeah, I give away more tickets because I want them to come out and experience it and have a good time.
Yeah,
so
man.
Can't be selfish.
I mean, like $3, that's like, we ain't got no money, like, let me get it for free. Like,
and there's some people that still couldn't afford $3 to bring their family. And I don't knock that at all. I tell them, come, ask for me when you get there. Come on in and enjoy the show.
So it's more than just what I hear you saying, that your success is more than just about Antrone.
Yeah.
It's that you pursuing past you to help somebody else, to inspire somebody else. I mean, you can be whatever you want to be.
Yeah.
And to me, like, I've never really seen a whole lot of stuff that's impossible, but even the route of how you get to be this stuff, like, who has ever researched it? Who do I know in Thompson that I can say that is a tangible wrestler? I don't know. I just remember Hulk Hogan them. Those are the people that I remember.
Yeah.
But like, being able to hear your story, to touch you, to hear you say what pushed you, what made you go for it. Like, that's inspiring to me, man. Like to me, knowing what you did to get to the place that you did, how you got there, that's inspiring. And how you're still going after it. Even as an adult, you're still pursuing your dream that seemed like it could be impossible to somebody else.
Right.
Cause like, I could never even wrap my mind around, how do you get to this spot? How do you get to be a wrestler? Like, how do you do that? And even with the thing about when you said about the kids trying to be rappers and all the other kind of stuff, to me, if your kid is pursuing to be a rapper, that joker got poetry on the inside of him. So like, and it's a way that you express yourself. Mm-hmm. So I remember one time we were at the park, and there was some kids out there. Like, the little boy was an awesome rapper, and he rapped and he freestyled, but his rap was his testimony. And when it brought tears to my eyes to hear that little boy's pain through his story.
Right.
You never know how these kids express themselves, and his testimony was something that I was like, I could not even imagine.
Yeah.
Have never even lived that part of that way. And he was younger than me. I never seen life that hard before. Mm-hmm. So like, before you knock somebody's dream or tell them what they cannot be, man, get with it and see how can you push them to the top. Like, how can I help you pursue what you're doing and going after that? Tell me something. Like, you go inside of the school, right, with the you mentor.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so what makes you go forward with that? Like, what made you decide to like get inside of the school?
I guess because it's a different generation now, mm-hmm. and I didn't realize how bad it is in Thompson, and a lot of people really don't realize how bad it is in Thompson. Excuse me. These kids now, it's like it's totally different than when we were growing up. I don't know how to describe it, and they seem like they're getting lost at a young age before they even make it to middle school, and before they even make it to high school. They already have a mindset in their mind that reality shows, that's how I need to act.
Right.
Like a reality show. I don't know if it's because of technology. I don't know, because, I mean, with me, I'm against kids having cell phones until they're in high school. Michelle and Rochelle can tell you that. I didn't want any of those kids to have cell phones before they were in high school, because I'm like, they don't need a cell phone. Why do they need a cell phone?
Right.
Because it's going to lead to something else. And I'm not knocking people that give kids cell phones. It just seems like that technology is taking over kids, and they see this stuff. Everything is easy to access now. Mm-hmm. YouTube, you get on here and you see how to do this. You see how to do this. And I wanted to get in there and try to encourage kids to stay in school and keep the right frame of mind before you grow up and you're already setting your mentality, and then you get to middle school and you can't do nothing with it.
Right, and we got to deprogram you and try to make you get something inside of your brain. Got to actually make you do something with your own brain, because every answers are on the internet.
It's easy.
Yeah, it's very easy.
And now if you see kids, I see them writing, and they're writing like they're typing a text message, and they'll put, instead of thank you, they'll put THX. And and it's easy to do, but I don't even know if kids know how to write in cursive now. And I mean, that's something that we learned while we was in school. Something I wasn't good at in school, but it just seemed like I wanted to get in there and try to at least make a difference, because it's just a whole different generation now.
Yeah, I was reading to see if anybody had any questions or comments. So I appreciate you saying that you are inside of the school system, and I know that I feel like your events are created to stay in contact with the kids, to keep them motivated, inspired, encouraged, or whatever. And brings me to the place of what you stated last night on Facebook.
Oh boy. Yeah, there was a firestorm.
There was a firestorm last night when Antrone stated on Facebook. And I read Antrone's comment. I read the 100,000 posts. Like, I have never even got those type of comments on positive posts. Like, I mean, like,
that's
posts
what
that,
I said.
I mean, people coming out of the woodworks, that's out of the neck bone. I mean, people you ain't seen in years, they just up and out. There they go, boom, there they go, all in your face. But one thing that I realized about people is that we don't want to allow people to have their own opinion. I realized that. Yeah, they did. They dug in and they got into them. They dug inside. They like, but we won't allow people to have their very own opinion. And one thing what I said about it the most was that, like, this is his opinion. Mm-hmm. This is what he thinks. And so how is it that all of a sudden he's not entitled to it? Yeah. So I felt like everybody that commented, this is your opinion, but like, go post it on your own page.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
and I was told I need to take it down. But the only statement I made was, for some kids, football is their only way out. And it's true. Well, I'll just say, in my opinion, it's true, because that's what a lot of kids look at. When, like I posted on my post, when I go to the schools and I ask a particular child, I pull them to the side, I'm like, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? They're going to want to be a football player, a baseball player, a basketball player. All of it revolves around athletes. You'll hear a couple of kids say a lawyer. You'll hear a couple of kids say a doctor.
Yeah, or a nurse.
The majority is going to be an athlete. And I said, okay, why an athlete? So me and my mom can be rich. That's their answer.
Yeah.
Because that's what they look at. So they have that mentality of, if I become an athlete, I can get out of the current situation I'm in. I can live a better life and so forth. And that's the only way. That's the only thing I meant by it, because that's what they're looking at. And I asked them, I said, do you have a plan B? Because not everybody make it. Not everybody's going to be an athlete. Not everybody's going to make it to the NFL. And they don't have a plan B. They don't. Right. They don't have a plan B, C, or D. That's the only thing that they're focused on. And it's true that we need to teach our kids not to think that, but I mean, real life, that's how they think. Yeah. And I made a post, I made another comment saying that some kids are in school because of sports. Some kids are only going to school just for sports. Right. Because of that sport, that can keep them in school, and they have a chance to go on to college, which people assume that I was talking about. They can only get a scholarship and go to college because they're an athlete. That's not what I meant. I meant they stay in school and they got a better chance of going to college on that scholarship, but you can get a degree in anything. Right. You can get a degree in something else and become something better. That doesn't mean that you got to try to go into the NFL when you go to college, but yeah, I was ridiculed. And the people, and people know me.
He was killed.
You know me, so why would you even think that I would be speaking negativity in kids' mind to begin with? That's
like the same person that's at the school with the kid. Like, why would I tear that dream down? Like, but what I got out of it, that was your opinion, and the reality of it is, what do we say? What does Thompson speak to our kids? What does Thompson say when it's football season?
The whole city's at the brickyard.
The city is on lockdown. Yeah. It's like a claw ripped around the throat of Thompson. Like, we on lockdown when that season comes in. My thing is, man, we gotta push something inside of these kids, whether it be on the field. And you know what? And something else to even support what Antrone said. I spoke to some kids last night about your comment, your status and what you said. Spoke to some kids, and I was like, to a certain degree, those kids agree with what you said. Cause sports has kept them out of the streets. Like, even in their, this is from children's mouth that have been to Thompson High School, that are graduating from high school, like, being a part of something that kept them out. And like, for the most part, a lot of kids that probably got kicked out the football team or was not even could not be a part of it. Right. Track records show these kids are selling drugs. These kids are on the street. It's sad. So I think it's all about the way you took the message, the way you perceived that comment. If you just automatically went to the left and went negative, then that's what you fed off of. Yeah. And even to the people that had a comment or responded or said whatever they said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. Yeah. And it's not, and you got to see past stuff. It's not to even make somebody become a bad person because of what their opinion is. Like, your track record says who Antrone is. Yeah. Antrone has been on the scene for how long with our kids? So, like, to me, like, how could you think that it was something that was negative or that was bad or that was willing to hurt somebody or harm somebody when your track record doesn't show that? Yeah. Like, that was what I got out of it. Like, it's like, man, this dude got his own opinion. Like, we all do.
Yeah, apparently you can't if you don't agree with what the rest of the crowd
I know, right? It was like, I was like, Lord, somebody finna crucify Antrone out there in them streets. They gonna get him. Yeah. But I applaud you for not changing what you said because of the way people come in it. Because, like, a lot of times, according to the backlash that you get, like, it could easily change what you have to say about something. Yeah. And so I just feel like when you and to me that said to me again that it wasn't just some fly-by-night statement. Because you could have easily switched it around and said the total opposite or got with what they said or agreed with them. You stood by what you said.
And I hate it because the people that I say that was going against it, in reality, in a perfect world, what they were saying is absolutely right. 110% right. Yeah. you can make it without this, or you can keep going this. They're right, but it's not a perfect world. And with these kids now, for some of them, that's the only thing, like I said, that's the only reason why they're going to school, because they feel a part of a family. Just because your kids on the football team have a great life, a mom and a dad at home, they have the best shoes, the best clothes to wear, there's somebody else on that football team that don't have all that.
Right.
In the profession that I'm in, I see it day in and day out. I see different parts of Thompson. And not everybody in Thompson is living luxury.
Right.
I mean, it'll break your heart with some of the stuff that goes on. And for those families that are like that, kids gravitate to sports.
Right.
And like I said, that's their getaway, because they feel like they're needed there. And hey, I'm playing football on a Friday night. Look at this big old stadium. All these people coming here to see me.
Yeah.
And you feel different. And that's their way, in their mind, that's their way out of the situation that they're in. That's why I say it's some kids. I didn't say all kids, because that's not the case. But for some kids, athletics, and this is a football town, and it's a basketball town too. And I guess I should include the basketball with it too, but that's their way.
Even more ways to get home, but go ahead.
They think that that's their way to get out and to better themselves and to get out of the situation that they're in. So, I mean, just you have to think about it on two sides of the coins, because everybody's life is not perfect. Everybody don't have someone telling them that, hey, this scholarship is available and this tutoring program is available.
Right.
And you can go here and get money for college here. You can go here and get money for college for there. It looks good on paper, black and white, but the reality is they don't know.
Right.
Kids don't know that. Not all kids know that. Not all kids are blessed like your child is blessed, or your kids are blessed to have a parent with that knowledge in their head to show them the right way.
Right.
So that's why you got to come together and think about it both ways.
Right, and you can't just be like both ways. Like, stop being closed-minded or something. And just because you say, like for me, I'm telling you, like, I've been enlightened right now my own self. Like, from what you have said, even back from wrestling, stuff that I just did not know. And it's like, from what I thought about it growing up from like childhood to now. Like, you're like, I never thought about that. I never thought that, like, it's a wrestling school. Who thought that?
Yeah, right.
Like, it's like, when you don't know something, find out before you make a statement. Like, find out what is the truth. Like, where is he coming from? Before I bash you and say, Antrone, that ain't right, man. Mm-hmm. That ain't that. Before I bash you, let me hear what you have to say, or try to look at something from the other side of the street before you just go ahead and just knock it down and tear into somebody. I feel...
Yeah, it's all right.
I know, man. I just felt like, I was like, oh my God, like, they gonna kill somebody, finna crucify.
I know, man. Like I said, that's the only way that anybody gonna make it in Thompson, black, white, Hispanic, or whatever. The only way you're gonna make it in sport.
Yeah.
And the people, majority, if you look at it, the ones that were making that comment, I mean, their life is different than other people's lives.
Right.
I mean, facts are facts. You might live a better life than someone else is living, but you can't think that everybody is living that same way.
Right.
You can't think that all the kids have perfect. I mean, kids, believe it or not, kids go to school. That's the only meal they eat in Thompson. That happens more than you can ever think.
Wow.
That a child, the only time he gets a chance to eat is at school at lunch. That happens. And that kid can have a dream, and that could be his getaway, sports again. Yeah. Because he's less fortunate. You just have to look at the whole picture, and don't just look at yourself.
And I think about somebody said sometimes she said kids don't know, and a lot of times the parents don't even know. Like, and I think about my own life. Like, when I was in high school, like, you know, when you were in high school, I was playing. Mm-hmm. I was playing a whole lot, and I knew that my mama didn't have money for me to go to cosmetology school. But when they told me that if you make a B average, you get a Hope Scholarship. Changed my whole life. I got my act together, because I knew that, like, you know, my mama didn't have the money that everybody else's mama had.
Exactly.
And right. I didn't even know, like, at that time, I didn't know nothing about a student loan, or this is how you get. I didn't know none of that stuff. Mm-hmm. But I just knew that they said if you get a B average, you can get to go to school. And so I got my act together, because I knew that I wanted to go to school, and in no other kind of way would I be able to go, because my mom couldn't afford it.
Not everybody can afford it.
Right.
That's right.
And I didn't know about student loan. I didn't know about that stuff.
Right.
And so my mama didn't know about it. Like, now somebody in my family probably did, but I didn't know the avenue to get to that place.
Right.
But when they announced it, it was like, you better get your back together, girl.
Yeah, and college is not for everybody.
Right.
College is not for everybody. So, I mean, even though you want your child to go to college, but you shouldn't sit there and try to bang that down their throat that, hey, you're going to finish high school and you're going to go to college and this and that and that. There's education out here. There's diplomas and programs out here that you can get money. College is not for everybody.
Right.
It's not for everybody. And you can pick up different things by being better. I mean, a firefighter, that's a career. You don't have to go to college for that. You go to the fire academy for a couple of months and that's it. But there's more out there than just going to college because it's not for everybody.
I agree with it, and I believe this right here too. I just feel like it's the truth that we were all born with gifts and talents, and I feel like inside of my heart that there is something on the inside of each one of us that we can pursue without having to go into debt to get there.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always tell the kids this example. Like if me and you want to go to school for business, you go to school for 4 years for business, you take out loans, go to school. I go to McDonald's and work there for 4 years. You get out of college, you're going to actually need some type of background when you go apply for another job. My background is I worked at McDonald's for 4 years. I done grew up in the ladder. Now I'm a manager of McDonald's for 4 years. And you done got out of college for 4 years, want to do the exact same thing I want to do. We go to apply for somewhere else. First of all, I've been staying at home with my mom while I'm working at McDonald's. So I got money in the bank.
And experience.
You went to college. You going to be owing somebody in 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, the difference is that I get to come out and say that I have experience. I have ran a McDonald's for 4 years of my life. You come out, you can't get no job because you ain't got no experience. Like, we as parents and adults, we got to be willing to expose our children to different stuff, to different ways of thinking.
That's right.
And not thinking that, like, you know, if you don't go to college, you ain't going to be nothing. If you don't go to the military, you ain't going to be nothing. No. Find out what is on the inside of a child and then help them pursue that dream and push them to the top in that area. Because, like, if we keep on fooling these kids, like, you got to go to college in order for you to be successful, we're going to be them fool them.
Yeah.
There you go. They fool.
And you spend a year in college and then you're back here in Thompson.
Right. And you don't waste somebody's money. Now you don't put your mama in deeper debt. Like, cause somebody done supported your little dream and believed in you when you knew all along.
You knew all along.
That I ain't even no student. I barely made out of high school. Like, how the world I'm gonna go to college?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm gonna go hang out. That's what I'm gonna go do, hang out. And that's what it is. And then they come back home, and now you gotta try to push something into them. And when you just be praying and hoping that they would see that life is not as easy as they think it is. And it's like when the tables get turned, you gotta live this thing for your own self.
And don't look down on the kids that aren't gonna go to college. Don't look down on them because you want them to go get these scholarships and such child didn't go to college. They graduated high school, but they didn't go to college. They sitting around here in Thompson. You never know what that child is thinking, or they want to be a business owner, or what they want to do.
Right.
So, I mean, don't look down on someone else's family because you're training your child up to go to college.
Right.
Until that child grows up and disappoints you, then it's a different story. Because you never know. No matter how you train a child up, when they get old enough, they're going to do what they want to do. No matter how many schools you took them to visit, no matter how many books you have them reading and so forth, they're going to do what they want to do. And then you're disappointed. And then people are looking at you, be like, look at Miss Uppity or look at Mr. Uppity. Because you never know how the world turns. What goes around comes back around. You should never act like you're better than someone else.
That's right. That's right. And I feel like this right here too. Like when you see somebody else's kid, just because it's not your kid, man, encourage somebody else's child. Inspire somebody else's kid for the fact of that same child that you feel like is less than your baby.
That's exactly
walking inside of the same school doors with your kid. So your influence might be a little bit powerful, but I guarantee you that peer pressure, that when we go inside this school, I can influence you to do whatever I want you to do.
Mm-hmm.
But, so I feel like with that, encourage somebody else's kid the same way you encourage your child.
That's right.
So that means put them to the side, talk to them, and do what you got to do to help somebody else's kid go to the top, just like you want yours to go to the top.
It's a team effort. Don't look down on them. The same, like I was saying earlier, riding the bicycle. I rode it even to high school, and people laugh, ha ha ha, blowing the horn. But now the same people that laugh with me riding my bicycle, I pass by them, they're walking. But I don't look at them no different way. But it's just funny how life takes a turn.
And Troy, they do go through your mind.
Yeah, it goes through my mind. I want to blow and so forth, but I don't. Because you have to be humble and grateful for the blessings that you have, because it can all be taken away.
That is true. That is very true. That is very true. So, like, I don't know if y'all got something out of what we said and what we've been talking about, but man, I want to encourage y'all to, if you did get something out of it, take a piece of the testimony, eat it for your own self, believe God for your own self. Stay entitled to your own opinion, and whatever you believe, Man, if it's right and it's your opinion, it's yours. Like, and so don't be so quick to bash people without finding out. What Cooley said, Whitney, you didn't go to the school for broadcast. Now you know.
Hey, Miss Teresa.
So, and thank all y'all for logging in. But like, man, I'm telling y'all, I'm encouraged. I'm motivated by Antrone's testimony. I'm about to try to find out how can I do something else with my life, like just from his testimony. It's very encouraging, very inspiring. To the people that live in Thompson, man, we got to get behind our kids and push everything. Like, we got to be willing to bring new stuff into our community to push them. I just like the idea of Antrone. What he's doing with his life is something new, something fresh that our children have not seen, have not even like, oh, you know what? I can be a wrestler. Not me, but I mean, that's what they can say. Like, that's stuff that they don't see all the time. And Antrone is tangible. So I want to encourage you, like, even as adults, whatever your heart desire is, man, pursue that. Pursue your own dream without question of wonder what they going to say. Wonder how they going to feel about it. Well, it don't matter what they going to say. Because if God put inside you a thing to do, then he brings that stuff forth. Antrone probably had no clue about how to push this thing out of his own self. I couldn't even imagine, like, it's a Rashman school. I found out it's a Santa Claus school too. But anyway, it really is a Santa Claus school. I didn't even know this stuff. So whatever it is on the inside of your heart, whatever you want to be, man, go after it. Follow your own dreams. Stop listening to naysayers. I'm telling you, if you sit around here and you wait for everybody to push you or get behind you, you will stay in the same spot. And it was something else that you said too about people that go off to college. A lot of people went off to college, got their degrees, and still cannot find jobs in those fields. I mean, like, even if you go to college, even if you go, find out what your child want to go to school for. Don't just let them jokers sign up for something they ain't got no clue about what it is and talk about something. You want to go to school for biology and you want to move back to Thompson. Find out what is the plan. What are you planning on moving to? How many biology teachers are there in Thompson? Like, I mean, if that's what you plan on teaching, find out how long the teacher been here. People retire out of schools. So my thing is, whatever it is that your child wants to be, wants to do, talk to them about it. And if you don't know enough about it, man, reach out to somebody. Somebody wants to help your kid more than you know. So reach out to somebody that's doing what they're doing. Get your kids some mentors. Like that, even adults need mentors. Like, I have mentors in every area of my life. I have a spiritual mentor, a mentor for my salon. I mean, like, get some mentors. You're not too grown. You're not too grown to have a mentor. So, Antrone, is there anything you want to share with the people? Tell them last words.
No, just same thing you're saying. And if you're gonna do it, make sure you're doing it for the right reason. Don't try to do it just for accolades to say, hey, I did this. Hey, I donated to this. If you're doing it and you want to help kids, do it for the right reason. Do it because you're trying to help someone else. Don't just do it for Facebook just to get a couple of likes saying that I helped mentor a kid today or I did this today. Don't do it for that reason. Do it just because you want to help the next generation, try to get them to the next level, because I'm telling you, this is a whole different generation now. These kids are growing up in a whole different time than the time that we grew up in. And I don't, like I said earlier, I don't know if it's because it's technology. I kind of know the reason why, but I'm not going to touch into that and get a whole nother firestorm going. But it's just facts. It's facts. That's all to it. It's all nothing but facts.
Oh, so I want to thank y'all for tuning in, for giving your comments, for sharing your love with me and Antrone. Excuse me. And thank y'all, and do tune in on Monday. And if you have a testimony that you want to share, something that you want to encourage, enlighten, and inspire people to do, to just to share your life with everybody else. If you're willing to share, man, call me, contact me, inbox me, let me know, because I want to bring you
along. This is a nice studio we got here.
You know what, Antrone?
Coffee and donuts. We got everything. We got the green room over there. That's a nice studio.
You know what?
We got dum-dum candies right
You know what? I received when Antrone just spoke into my life, whether he knows it or not. Like, I received my studio, and it's on the way.
That's right.
And even to people that might look at this and be like, man, what is we doing? My goal is to push y'all. Like, I bring people here to look to my salon. We at my salon. Antrone said this, we at the studio. I receive it, guy, dog. Learn how to receive stuff. Eat what you're getting. But anyway, so thank y'all for tuning in. Tune in next Monday at 8. And I just went to Dallas. I know, right?
Go Cowboys.
So, what's my weird? You married Jane Thompson. What, boy? But thank y'all so much. Tune in next Monday. Share this post with your friends, with your family. And if you want to hear the start of the story, it's another live video that's on because it kind of sort of went out. But share it with your family, with your friends, and thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all.
Oh yeah, one more thing. I can't really talk about it now, but I got some big news coming up towards the end of the month. God is really blessing me, and because I stuck to certain things are starting to fall in place. But you guys will hear about that later on.
Well, how am I going to tell them, Antrone? Can you come back?
Well, I'll be gone, so I won't be able to come back. So, but you'll hear about it.
Wait a minute.
You'll hear about it.
Where you going?
It gets just some stuff in the works that I'll be moving away possibly, but you guys will hear about it. Look,
I'm trying to get Antrone to get the information.
Oh, that's right. You're trying to get a scoop.
right.
I guess I should tell you a little scoop before we leave.
Go ahead and tell the scoop, Antrone.
Let's say I'll be moving to Orlando. I'll just leave it at that. I'll be leaving Thompson after years of being a firefighter, so I got to move on.
Antrone.
Yeah.
Then what you gonna go do?
Chasing a dream. I'm almost at the finish line. I can see the finish line. I put it there.
That is awesome. You better go be somebody, Antrone.
I have my trunks on. I don't know what to do. I got.
Y'all, I'm excited. Like he said, chasing the dream. So my thing is like, man, he's willing to leave Thompson. I believe this is what I believe inside of my heart. I believe that I'm gonna say this enough for me to get to leave Thompson.
Yeah.
And be following my dream. And
I seen you in Texas, and you were saying about. Do you think that you can move away from Thompson and live? It's a different world outside of Thompson.
I know, and it's almost like it's scary a little bit though. You know, like to leave from everything you've known all your life. And I just want to go see, can I live somewhere else? Like, can I pursue my dream, and whether it be hair or whatever God called me to do? Like, I want to expose.
Take a chance. Take a chance. There's people out there that you have the mentality here that this is Thompson, this is all I know. But you got a dream of owning your own business. You got a dream of driving trucks for a big company. You got a dreams of being part of a production crew. Step out on faith. Get out of Thompson. Go try to live that dream, because I'm telling you, it's a whole different world.
I just want to do life swap. I want to do life swap for a little while. Like, you know, you ever seen the movie or like the TV show, like where people go live in somebody else's place? Like, I want to be safe to come back home. Like,
you want to come back home?
I mean, I don't want to, like,
I think you'll come back. Your mom will make you. You'll come back for your mom.
Man, come back.
You'll come back. You want to be gone 2 months. You'll come back.
I mean, I want to get exposed though, and I even encourage parents, but like, man, take your children out of Thompson every now and then. You know, let them go see something else, do something. Go let them see something else, man. Like, don't keep these children here and never let them go. Take them out on the weekend. Go somewhere and do something.
Let them see something different besides the
same stuff, right? It's a whole world somewhere else, and it's exciting, man. Go on vacation. This is what I keep telling myself: if I get in my car, like, and drive an hour one way, every time I get in there, I will be in a place that I've never been in before.
That's right.
Even just to see something different, man. Expose your children, expose your family to different stuff. So if you live somewhere else, let me come visit. Let me stay with you for 6 months, and then
Tawaka, she's in where are you? Tawaka, you're in Alabama. We got Jackie
Baltimore.
Jordan. I think she's in Virginia. So she want to come live with you guys for a month.
Yeah,
just to see what it's like. But if it's cold, she ain't coming me either.
Right.
I'm staying
But thank y'all so much for tuning in, sharing. We love y'all. Antrone, tell everybody bye.
Cowboys and Yellow Jackets is all you need to know.
Really, Antrone?
Bye, guys. Thank you so much for the
Antrone, what's your name? What's your name on the wrestling thing? What's your name?
Oh, the Fireman.
So
you can follow me on Twitter at DA Brewer on Twitter, all social media outlets.
Oh, yeah.
But seriously, thank you guys for my supporters that's always supported me for the past 6 years, chasing this crazy dream of wrestling and also riding on a fire truck. If I've ever helped you in any type of way, thank you very much. It's been all my pleasure. It's been
Antrone. Bye. Thank y'all. Love y'all.